Hello Embracers! Welcome to our channel, Embracing Health with Shahadah and Becky. I'm Becky and today I'm going to show you how to make some common household products at home with very few ingredients. What is Embracing Health exactly? Other than our YouTube channel, we do run very regularly a Facebook group, private group, and it's also called Embracing Health with Shahadah and Becky, and there we post challenges, we'll post our YouTube videos, we'll also help share other people's videos and links and articles related to everything health. Our primary focus is fitness and diet, but we love to incorporate other subjects such as alternative medicine, Chinese medicine, homeopathy, things like that. So one of my big concerns with my health is too many unnecessary chemicals that we find in a lot of everyday items, such as our toothpaste and shampoo. We focus a lot on what we put into our bodies in terms of food that we tend to forget about the other things that we put on top of our bodies, such as moisturizer for our face, things like that. So in this video, I wanted to just talk about oral hygiene products that you can make yourself at home with very few ingredients in a very short amount of time and fewer chemicals. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's safer for the environment. I'm definitely one that focuses more on the unnecessary chemicals found in products, and that's why I've been switched over to DIY, handmade beauty and hygiene products. Let me show you a common product that we all use, mouthwash. I'm just gonna read off some of the ingredients in here. Water, sorbitol, poloxamer 407, propylene glycol, menthol, methyl salicylate, sodium phosphate, disodium phosphate, potassium sorbate, polysorbate, sodium saccharin, flavor, cetylpyridinium chloride, calcium disodium, sodium benzoate, blue 1, yellow 5. Now, right off the bat, blue 1, yellow 5, they did that for the color so it looks more appetizing and that we'd be willing to use it. That's something that I personally can live without. I am not a chemist, so I don't know the other ingredients. However, I'm sure a lot of them are found in other common products that we find on the market and are relatively safe. But things such as cetylpyridinium chloride, when it starts getting a little bit longer, I start to think that they might be more man-made than things that we can find out in nature. So that's why I tend to shy away from products such as this. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your own toothpaste, mouthwash, talk about oil pulling, how you can use other products such as lemon juice for oral health, from anything from bad breath and toothaches to just general oral hygiene. So let's take a look at the ingredients that we will be using with these products as well as other products that we can use for other parts of our body.
So for our ingredients, we're going to be using some coconut oil. We'll be using this for our oil pulling as well as for our toothpaste. We will also be using some apple cider vinegar, as well as some salt, whatever you have on hand, some baking soda, some lemon juice, and finally some essential oils. I chose peppermint because it's for oral hygiene. I choose to store my toothpaste in a glass jar to be more environmentally friendly, and I'm almost out, so I'm going to clean this out and reuse it with my new batch. I will be scraping out the rest of it to save for later, so let's clean it out. And here we are, a clean jar ready to use. For this recipe, you will need baking soda and coconut oil in a 2-to-1 ratio or about a 1-to-1 ratio. Since I'm storing my toothpaste in a fairly large jar, I'm using half a cup of baking soda and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. You will also need some salt, the same amount as your coconut oil, so in my case, a 1/4 cup. Lastly, you will need peppermint or cinnamon essential oil. I'm actually using peppermint stevia sweetener to help cut the saltiness of the rest of the ingredients, but you can use any regular essential oil that is safe for consumption. Now all you have to do is combine the ingredients. I will learn shortly that I should have combined the ingredients in a separate container and then transferred it into the jar. I do want to note that this toothpaste doesn't foam like regular toothpaste and doesn't taste anywhere near what normal toothpaste tastes like. It's actually a bit salty, but you will definitely get used to it rather quickly. I ended up adding more coconut oil because it was still a bit grainy and I wanted a bit of a smoother paste. I prefer my ratio closer to about a 1-to-1 ratio. I also added less salt just because it was becoming a nuisance to mix everything in the small jar. I added more peppermint essential oil on top of the sweetener to heighten the mint flavor as well as the mint smell. And then I ended up adding the little bit of toothpaste I saved from my last batch before I cleaned out the jar. And voila, there is your homemade toothpaste. I usually use a clean finger to scrape out a little bit onto a toothbrush, but you could also use a tiny spatula or a small spoon. Next, we will be making mouthwash. You will need a resealable container, a small funnel, baking soda, water, and essential oil. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of baking soda per cup of water, and I estimate I will be using approximately 2.5 cups, so I will put in about 2.5 tablespoons. I poured half of the water in, followed by the baking soda, as you will see. And then I will pour in the rest of the water so that the baking soda won't get clumped in any unnecessary spot. So the small funnel didn't seem to be working, so I ended up just clumsily pouring in the baking soda straight. After I poured the rest of the water in, I shook it up to dissolve the baking soda, and then I added the essential oil, or in my case, the peppermint sweetener, and shook it up one last time. Oftentimes, after you shake up the concoction, gases may form and put pressure against the stopper or the lid on your container because of the baking soda. And there is your all-natural mouthwash. For our next all-natural oral care product, we will be using lemon and water to help whiten our teeth and get rid of stains. Obviously, fresh lemon juice is best, but I only had pre-squeezed lemon juice to use. You want to mix together equal parts lemon juice and water, about 1 teaspoon each. Since lemon juice is more acidic, it does have some erosive properties when it comes to our enamel. By diluting it with equal parts water, that will help protect our teeth's enamel, but still be strong enough to cut through stains. To use this product, you just want to dip your toothbrush into this mixture and brush your teeth with it before your regular routine. Now, using these same ingredients, we're just going to add salt to create a mouthwash that helps to combat bad breath. Combine 1 cup of water with 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and just a pinch of salt. Just swirl and gargle this concoction in your mouth for 2 minutes and say bye-bye to your halitosis.
All right, now let's get on to apple cider vinegar. It's great for digestion, it's great for a lot of different things. Our face, you can make a toner out of it, all sorts of stuff, but you can actually help whiten your teeth by gargling apple cider vinegar. So you want to pour 1 part apple cider vinegar to 3 parts of water. Alright, last thing I'm going to show you is oil pulling. So you want about a tablespoon, this is probably a little bit less, of coconut oil. You're just going to put it in your mouth, it's going to melt, and then you're going to swish it around just like you did with lemon water, with the apple cider vinegar water, and it's supposed to be really good for your oral health. I believe it also helps to strengthen your teeth, whiten your teeth, as well as drawing out toxins. So when you're brushing your teeth, you might draw a little bit of toxins with coconut oil. But oil pulling requires you to swish it in your mouth for 20 minutes. So if you're not a huge fan of the flavor of coconut oil, like I am, it might be a little hard. But you can always work your way up and get used to it. So let's go. Okay, if you're not a huge fan of the flavor, it's a lot. But if you like the flavor, just let it melt in your mouth. It takes quite a bit. It's probably easier to have it, 1, at a warmer temperature so it melts faster, or 2, to just like melt it in the microwave real quick for a few seconds if you have one, and then you're gonna be able to swirl around in your mouth. But I do want to point out that you do want to spit it out in a garbage can versus your sink, because as you saw how solid it gets at room temperature or so, that can help clog your pipes. So spitting it out in the garbage is probably the best for that. One last thing I wanted to talk about are natural remedies for toothaches. One would be to chew on a piece of clove, which I don't have or else I would show you, but it's as simple as that. Chewing on the side that's affected, obviously maybe you want to break it up and get it a little chewier because they are very hard on the other side that you don't have a toothache, and then start chewing it on the side that you have the toothache, and it will release chemicals that help to relieve pain. So that's one way. You do it for just a few minutes. It should help to relieve. Once you start feeling the relief, you can spit it out and the effect will continue on. Another way would be garlic and a little bit of salt, and you make a paste. So this is just minced garlic, but if you have fresh garlic cloves, obviously use that. Make a little bit of a paste out of it. You'll put it on the affected tooth for just a few minutes and then spit out and rinse out your mouth, just kind of to help with the flavor. But that will also have pain relieving properties to help relieve your toothache. So obviously if you're one that doesn't like to take a lot of painkillers or pain relieving medicines, then that is an all natural way to help with things such as toothaches.
And once again, here are our DIY products that you can use as all natural swaps for common items used in oral health.
Alright guys, that's what I have for products that you can make at home for oral hygiene. And I love these products. I've been using this toothpaste for, I want to say, over a year now. And I've only had to make it 2 other times. So one of these lasts me about 6 months. And I've been to the dentist several times since then. And I haven't really mentioned that I brush my teeth with this because I'm afraid they're going to be like, ah, it's not good enough. But every time I go, they literally tell me, your teeth are really good. So I'm like, okay, I must be doing something right. The last dentist appointment I had, they said, keep doing what you're doing. No complaints so far. I haven't had cavities since. I'm not really prone to cavities either, but like I said, coconut oil is supposed to help with things such as cavities and the baking soda as well, with cavities, whitening teeth, strengthening your enamel, things like that. I also wanted to mention that I have highly sensitive teeth, and even when I was using help build my enamel and as well as help the sensitivity of my teeth, I would still have extremely sensitive teeth. However, when I started using this, my sensitivity has gone down. I'm not even joking, you guys. I love this stuff and I would probably never go back. However, I have, since I started this, used regular toothpaste. I think there was a time where I ran out of this and I just happened to have like a little tube of toothpaste like in my bathroom drawer, and I didn't have time to really make this real quick. I was just like super busy, and I was using that for a few days, and I noticed right away the increase in sensitivity in my teeth from using regular toothpaste. Please be wary if you know you have an allergy or sensitivity to baking soda. Obviously this isn't the option for you, and maybe you can research different ingredients in a natural toothpaste, such as charcoal, things like that, to help. You can make your own charcoal toothpaste as well, which will help whiten, but you can look for alternatives such as arrowroot powder and things like that as an alternative to baking soda. So I do plan on coming out with a couple more videos relating to hair health and skin health, and possibly maybe show you how to make certain products that you can use around the house, such as surface cleaner, things like that, that you can just make with, again, with many of the ingredients that I showed you before. I love these products to make yourself because you know exactly what's going into them. Less confusing ingredients. You know that the toxins or the possibility of toxins are very low with the ingredients that you're using. That's a huge plus. Of course, they're really easy to make, very, very accessible, very cheap. Even though you can probably get a full-size toothpaste for $1 that'll last you for about 6 months or so, but this probably costs less than $1. I mean, coconut oil is pretty expensive, but we only used about a quarter cup, and baking soda costs pennies, a little bit of salt, and you're good to go. And then, as well as, it's very environmentally friendly. You can reuse containers when you make your products, such as I'm reusing these 2 containers. You can use those mouthwashes with water and apple cider vinegar. I have a glass apple cider vinegar container, things like that. You can mix everything up. Of course, if you use lemon juice from a fresh lemon versus from a little plastic bottle like I do, that's even more environmentally friendly. They're just really, really great products. So if you would like to see more videos like that, obviously stay tuned. The next video, we will discuss hair health. We will talk about hair masks and how I wash my hair without shampoo and all sorts of things like that. And then, as well as skin, I will show you how to make your own moisturizer and toner, and just talk about other things that I use these ingredients for in terms of skincare. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. If you're from the YouTube universe, please check out our group on Facebook. Same name as here, Embracing Health with Shahadah and Becky. And if you are from our group, please subscribe if you have a YouTube account to get us out there to more people and have them see our videos. This is video 1 in Make It Yourself March. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.